Hi everyone, welcome to Endurance Matters video blog. Here today I'm going to show you a little foam rolling routine that I learned from Muscle Restoration Therapy at the local running store I work at, Altitude Running. MRT came by and did a little class on a 5-minute muscle restoration routine, and it's basically a injury prevention routine for runners to help get things firing right before you go out for a run or even when you come back to relax and detone some things. So what this video is me going through all the exercises. It's once you get it down, it's a less than 5-minute routine. It'll probably take me a little longer than that to explain it. So the first one is rolling your hips. We do 10 on each side. The thing to know about this, and what I'm finding here in the video, is that you want to actually find the point of your hip, right? So it's your anterior iliac crest, and the greater trochanter. So that would be like the pointy part of your femur. And so right in between there lies a couple muscles that insert into what you might know as your IT band. So it's actually a tendon. There's no need to actually roll over that tendon because you don't want to stretch a tendon. By getting into these muscles, you can start activating your TFL and your glute to maybe relieve some IT band issues that you might be having. You could feel those in your knee or something like that. Moving on from there, there is the rolling of the glutes, and basically you want to get in this position where you can place your hand on a knee, and then another hand behind you for balance, and then you're just going to roll the length of your glute back and forth about 10 times. Again, the numbers don't really matter. It's just a light routine to really just get the muscles firing. And then the last one with the actual foam roller is the back roll. So 5 to 10 times up and down. I start in the small of my back and then slowly walk my feet forward, and you can come all the way onto your neck. I was informed of this after I shot the video from Mark Rise. But yeah, and then you can just roll the length of your back. Make sure you're staying with a good crunch, and also you want to keep your elbows in. So here on the right video, you want your elbows in close and not out wide. The reason for that is your scapula will spread out on your back and you can get to more back muscles. So moving on from there, you can take your shoes off, or maybe you already have shoes off. You can do this next exercise with a golf ball or the foam stick. So it's just rolling your foot with the bottom of your foot over the roller 10 times each foot, and then we'll pick up the stick and move on to the front of our shin, but it's actually off to the side. You can see I'm a little angled here as opposed to the very front of my shin. That's just bones. You don't want to roll that. But the meaty part of your shin off to the side, your anterior tibialis, you can roll that muscle. So you can do that 10 times. And now I switch and go down the side. This is going to help get into some of your soleus, the long distance calf muscle. And then you'll go to the full gastroc, and you want to keep that relaxed by just relaxing your foot when you pick it up in the air, and so you can really kind of get in there. The next exercise is the popliteus, or the tiny muscle in behind your knee. And so you'll notice when I'm doing this, I'm actually applying pressure this direction into the back of my knee. And it's nothing crazy, it's not a lot, it's just a little bit of pressure, and you can kind of feel that muscle getting worked on. So then same thing on the other side, go all the way up to the popliteus, and then we move on to some hamstrings. So just grabbing the underbelly of your hamstring, going up and down. Then we move to the quads, pretty self-explanatory, you roll across the top, but then we can go change the angle a little bit and go to the lateral side, and then we go to the medial side, and then repeat on the next leg. So then the next exercise is a little more complicated to find. So we're looking for our psoas muscle, which is actually really deep and can actually hide behind your intestines in your stomach. So Mark Rise definitely suggests you get someone to teach you this before you try it. And this one, what I've found here is my midline, so just around my belly button where my pants line is, and then right here where the stick is again that pointy part of your hip, the ASIS. And so you'll bisect that and find right in the middle, and you'll see me turn the stick a little bit out, and that's about 45 degrees to the side, and then you push in. And so once you push in, you'll less than 5% of the time you'll find your intestine, and that kind of hurts. Just stop, reset, and do it again. But this one, you'll find that nice little, I hit a muscle, it burns a little bit, but in a good way kind of feel. And you can do that on both sides, and then just do some gentle rotating of the stick around through that. Feels really good when you stand up. Then the next exercise, the last little bit, is all done with your hands. So here I'm just grabbing my obliques above my hips and squeezing them really good. Next, you want all 4 fingers to get underneath your ribs here, and you want to have about an inch distance between your fingers. And you're just going to rub your rib line up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's really close to your sternum, right? So you're almost just your chest bone, you're almost just below that. And that's where you're kind of doing this rubbing. And we move on to the lat exercise. It'll be easier to see on the other side on the left screen here. So what I'm doing is keeping my fingers together, and I'm actually just raking my lats in a couple different ways, just pulling it towards the front. So just raking, 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 and you can do that, 5 to 20 times, whatever feels good. And then the last one, you'll see I'm taking my thumb here, placing it on my neck. Again, this will be easier to see on my right side. So here you can see I take my thumb and place it on my neck right there, and then I will relax my hand over my shoulder or my trap there, and you'll see I'm going to squeeze my palm in this way and my fingertips in this way, trying to get them to touch through my lat essentially. And you'll just do a couple squeezes there. This is what Mark Rise calls the fuse box. So that's the quick little routine. It takes 5 minutes once you get it down, and it's only taken me 8 minutes to explain it to you. So try it on your own. Hopefully this was informational. If you have any questions, you can email me, and I'll put the link I'll put a link to my email and my blog, Endurance Matters, in the links below. So hope you enjoyed it.